Hello, my name's Slater and welcome to the video. Now, since our last video, we've had quite a few emails and questions put to us regarding how we use the FYFREFLi and what kind of rods we use and the baits and everything else. So what I decided to do is produce this video just to answer a lot of the common questions. Now, as for rods, I use a telescopic carp rod. I think this one's more like a bass rod actually, and the real end of it is a bait runner reel, and the reason I use that is because sometimes when you get a good aggressive take, you don't want the rod being pulled in, for instance. As for the terminal side of it, I mean, the FYFREFLi itself is just connected at the top through the snap swivel. The two holes at the top there, so these can be threaded through the two rubber bands that sort of secure it to the line, and at the end is just a hook. Length of that is probably about, I don't know, probably about 5 or 4 foot. Depends really what you want to do. This would be suitable for sort of surface fishing. If I want to go, say, subsurface fishing, what I normally do is normally fish twice the depth of the actual water that I'm fishing. Another rig that I tend to use is something like this, which, as you can see, there's where my bait would be. That's where the weight is. Okay, we make this out of just concrete really. All it is, it's just a concrete mix you can get for about £5 for a bag, and you put it into these kind of these moulds here that you can use for either ice cubes or even sort of sweets or something like that. Make great weights really, and they don't spook the fish. And then further on we'll have a back shot, and further on we'll have another back shot, so the line actually lies flat on the floor of the water. What we don't want to do is sort of get nuisance trips or nuisance bites from the fish when they come along, gathering along. Now, once you've used your FYFREFLi, and on a day like this, there's nothing better than actually sort of charging it up, say with a solar charger. So you get something like this for about £9 or £10. Just plug it in there. That plugs into the actual FYFREFLi itself through the micro USB connector, and that'll be slowly charged up then, ready for your next session. If you want to use a PC, you can buy something like this, which you plug into the PC, this USB connector, and then what happens then is you can take that that plugs into there, that plugs into the actual unit, and away you go just to recharge it. Quite simple. Now, one of the major things you've got to consider when you go fishing with the FYFREFLi, especially at night time, is you've got to know your water. So it's not just turning up somewhere and just hoping for the best. You've got to know, A, if the fish are in that area, and what type of fish are in that area, what kind of baits they're going to be going for. So what you have to do is a little bit of homework or a bit of watercraft, a bit of pre-feeding before you can actually be successful with this. Now, luckily for the places that I've fished, like this canal and some of the pools that I fish, I know the water. I've been fishing these waters probably for 10 years or more, so I know where the fish are going to be hanging out, and you must also do the same really. One of the questions was asked was, why does it look like a test tube? Well, the reason is because it's made from the same materials as a test tube, and this is because we want to make it something really hard. Imagine you got this on the floor and you accidentally put your foot on it. It's not going to actually break. It's quite, it'll take a bit of punishment. Whereas most floats, you only have to tread on them, they're broken half. And if you're going to pay the kind of money that we're asking for these devices, you don't want them breaking, quite simply. Okay, so the next videos we're going to show the FYFREFLi actually being used in sort of semi-lights actually, so you can actually see what's happening. The next sequence will show the FYFREFLi actually being filmed in dark. Now, we don't have specialist camera equipment to film at night time, so you'd have to excuse the bad quality, but what you'll see is the light flash twice and then it'll zoom off, and also we'll show you it in slow-mo. After that we'll show you some of the fish that we caught. Some have been from local pools, and one is from this canal, which is the Trent and Mersey Canal around the Ariwas area. So if you've got any further questions, please drop us an email, and we're more than happy to help you out. Tight lines. Okay, we'll make it slow so the video can pick it up. Right, here we go at Carp.Bite Reservoir. Well, I went carp fishing. I've caught this lovely nice bream using the FYFREFLi. So it just shows to prove that it's not just dedicated just to one type of fish.